Hey, what's going on, everyone? Scott here. We're down in Murkwater construction site. If you remember my last video, I said something about, uh, a few days ago, me and Turkey Buzzard, which if you haven't checked out his channel, you need to. But we were spitballing ideas, and we came up with this kind of idea for Murkwater construction site. And I started this video at night because I wanted to show you guys the lighting in the settlement. I used a lot of the hanging lanterns from the J2M mod. There are a few electric lights, but mainly I wanted to use the lanterns because I really like the lighting effect from it. And at night it really kind of adds to the, I don't know, it almost makes this settlement seem a little creepy a little bit, especially down here at Murkwater, because I really wanted to go for like a backwater type build with this, and I wanted to do something that was like up off the ground. So we'll get into all of this in the daylight here in a little bit, but I just wanted to walk around and show you guys how those lanterns look at night, because you don't get the same effect during the day. It's just really cool. I really like, I really like how it came out, especially, at night. So we're going to flip over to the daylight. So I can show you guys the rest of the settlement tour. And voila, we're back in the daylight now. So a lot of these tree houses, they're from the vanilla expansion pack, objects expansion pack, from the master plan series. And they're really cool. I've wanted to use them in a build for a while, and I kind of did a little bit with my Kingsport Lighthouse build, but down here at Murkwater, I thought it would fit in a lot better. I wanted to do kind of most of the settlement with them to get them up off the ground, out of the water. So I'm really, really happy with the way this came out. I think it came out looking really cool. And I remember when you came down, when you first get this settlement, there's nothing here. There's a destroyed house, and then there's this wooden frame around the workbench. So I deleted all of that. I wanted to transform it to make it look nothing like it did before. And so I built this little warehouse building around the workbench, and I was able to use the Place Anywhere mod to place a 4-piece underneath it to make it look like it's supposed to be there. Then I've got the building on this this powered door on the building, and I've got it on a 2-switch system. I've got all of my workbenches in here, just a little workshop area for me mainly. That's why the powered door. But it's really easy to set up this 2-switch system if you don't know. You put a switch on the outside, one on the inside, and then you got to know the wire glitch. Now that box right there is my settlement. That's from Lightbox Switches. It's a mod that adds different generators. But you run power to the switch on the inside of the door, and then wire glitch it to the switch on the outside, and then from that switch to the door. So that way when you come inside, you can flip the switch and the door closes. You flip the switch on, door goes up, you go outside, you flip that switch off, door closes. Works pretty good, and that can work for any of the powered doors. I really like the way that, I like it. And then, you can build those little platforms that snap to the top of the warehouse. And I was able to place a guard post up there on top. That particular guard post, while the bottom of it looks exactly like the vanilla part, it's actually from the J2M mod. which is really cool. I highly recommend that if you want to download it. It just adds lots of really cool stuff to build with. And we'll go up and check that out. See here, I added the platform, the railings, so they don't walk off. A few sandbags. And then you see there, the bottom part is just like the vanilla bench, but the top part with the you know, the awning and the roof and everything actually snaps right to the guard post. You don't have to place it there, it snaps right there. And then being up here on top of the building, you get a good view of everything. You get a pretty good view of the rest of the settlement here and everything. And I've downloaded a few other new mods. I've got like Crimson Rider's unique furniture. There was another mod, forgive me, I don't remember the name of it right now. I'll try to get it and put it in the description for the video. But it adds new interactive pieces of furniture and things like that around the settlement that your settlers interact with, just so you can get more movement around the settlement. Like this truck right here, you know, a settler can come by and they might, you know, act like they're trying to fix the truck or scrap the truck, and there's different items, you know, different cars and things like that have that. And then my restaurant is actually up in this tree house here, but I wanted to add some more to it, so I added the Mirelurk vat. As the, you know, you're down here in the swamp, there's Mirelurks everywhere, so this is where they're going to cook them up for my restaurant up there. And then of course the NPC animation vending machines are cool. And then the fire is actually from Cabin in the Woods, and I've placed anywhere to place that underneath the Mirelurk vat there. Just for more decorations for my restaurant here that's up here in the treehouse. We'll head up there and show you guys the inside of that. And these prefabs are cool because the railings snap right to the little landings here. And I figured there's just enough room to put a little, you know, little restaurant up here. That's from Thematic and Practical, so the counter is actually the store. I've got my settler there assigned to the counter, and it fit right in there. I didn't have to use place anywhere. And then one of the new mods, another new mod I downloaded was Symbiotic Settlements, and it comes with these new little workbenches and they're coffee. So like a settler will come up and you get the animation of them making themselves some coffee. And I got a, you know, cooking stove back there and everything. I forgot to have my companion stay put. I'm gonna make her stay put so that way she's not getting in my way for the rest of the video.
Heads up. I'm ready. Hold position.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, now she won't be in my way for the rest of the video. I like using the NPC animations with the vending machines. As you saw, they kick around on it and hit it like it's not working. Now we'll go up and we'll start checking out the living quarters up here in the tree houses. And I really liked the way it came out. I thought it, oh, I really did. I thought it came out cool. Having the living quarters up here out of the water, you know. And there's not a whole lot of room up in these prefabs, but there's enough, you know, where you can add a little bit of decorations. And then I use the bunk beds from Thematic and Practical, and they do work, you know. That is 2 beds, not just 1. I've got another mod called Working Bunk Beds that add regular metal bunk beds, but I thought these Thematic and Practical ones really just fit in with this settlement a lot better. And then the Vanilla Extensions pack Well, the J2M adds the hook and the lantern, but the vanilla expansion pack from the Master Plan series adds these walkways, and it adds the prefab tree houses, and the walkways actually snap to the landings, which I thought was cool because this is kind of what I wanted to do here, was have, like, you know, a bunch of hanging bridges and things like that going around this settlement. And while we don't have like rope bridges, there is one that was unlocked from Nuka World, the jungle rope bridge, but it's just too big. But you can see in the prefabs that the tree limbs are there to support everything, so it doesn't look like it's floating. But then to get this angle in the walkway, the Port Royal mod had these little walkway piers like this, and they're real skinny. So I was able to use Place Anywhere to place it up underneath the walkway here to give this section, the support that it needed to make this work. I mean, it really came out a lot better than I thought it was going to. A lot better than I had imagined it would. We'll go up and check out this little house. The couch, the chair, that wardrobe, that's from Thematic and Practical. More of the bunk beds. Being that they're not very big, I've only got 12 beds in this settlement. So that's how I've got 12 settlers here. And I'm not going to go for any more than that because I don't have any more room for beds or buildings to put beds. But that railing right there, sorry about that, is from Crimson Rider's Unique Furniture. An NPC settler will come up and lean on that railing just to give a little more movement to the settlement and stuff. I think it's really cool. But yeah, so I'm stuck with 12 here, and I think that's a good number. I've got my recruitment beacon turned off now, so I'm going to stop at 12, and this is just how many settlers I'm going to have in this settlement. It's not going to be very big because the build area is not very big. Now, I do have the Settlement Borders Expanded mod, which expands the build area by quite a bit, but you don't want to build anything that the settlers need to go to outside the vanilla build area because they won't go there. And then off the back side, this is the back corner of the settlement here. Put another guard post here. This is from Thematic and Practical also. I just love the workbenches that they make. That comes with that bod. They're really great. The stairs snap right to it, and then I added some barrels and crates for decorations and stuff around it. Then my guard splits time between this guard post and the one on top of the building over there, the warehouse building. And you get a pretty good view when you're up on these landings of the swamp and everything around here. Then I got this one shack back here on this side. This is another prefab. This is from the vanilla expansion pack from the Master Plan series. But it's really great. I mean, it adds the walkway around. You get a good build area inside. I was able to place a couple of sets of bunk beds in here. I didn't go overboard with the decorating on the inside because I've got quite a bit built around it, and I do have the no build limit mod, but you can still build too much, and then you start having frame rate issues and your game starts crashing and stuff, and so it's best to kind of limit your decorating a little bit. Gave them a little grilling area, hangout area back here. The grill is from Crimson Rider's Unique Furniture. They interact with the grill. It's pretty cool. Then we'll work our way around this way.
Yes.
This is the back side of the warehouse building. I love using those pallets for different things. I used it as a little landing there from the ice machine, and I love these booze stills from the Raider. If you don't, the Raider Resources tab, you can assign someone to it, and it does add a little bit of alcohol to your into your workbench. Got plenty of alcohol bottles around. Now some of it, like this little basket with the bottles in it, that's from a mod I downloaded called Dino's Decorations. Adds little things like that for decorating and stuff. It's really cool. Then I got a few scavenging stations around that one, and then my clinic over here. But on the ground in front of it's another scavenging area. The vending machine and the fridge are interactive also. They act like, you know, they get the animations of them scrapping the machines. It's pretty cool. And it goes along, you know, with the scavenging station right here. And then underneath the clinic there, I just placed a bunch of junk and stuff to, you know, for decorations. And this little car, that's another one of the interactive things. They'll scrap the car. Then that rad stag is from the Better Stores mod. It actually adds 5 food to the settlement, and it stays close to the feeding trough, and then I put the cage around it, but for some reason and somehow he gets out of the cage. It's kind of irritating, but you know, and it doesn't attack anyone, and it adds 5 food to the settlement. So between that and a few other things I've got, that's how I'm able to not have any crops around. Able to get the food from different
Got nothing.
resources.
Sorry. Just trying to practice medicine.
Not today.
Very well.
Now my clinic here, this was all from Thematic and Practical, from the stairs to the walls to the floors, the roofs. I really like that mod a lot. It goes in well for a backwater type build like this. And we'll go up here and check out the inside. Nothing major in here, just kind of a regular little clinic. Then I've got my settler assigned to the mat, even though with Thematic and Practical they do have a countertop that's the clinic that you can assign them to. You get a better look at the interactive plywood there. They work out on it. And then you can see the barrel in the back is another one. It's a warming barrel, and they'll, you know, kind of lean over it like they're warming their hands and stuff. And then this fridge here, they'll come over and try to fix the fridge. And then even this crate here, it's a chair. They'll sit on the crate. And I got a little trading post, my little general trader here. I kind of like the idea of like the franchising of the stores. You know, I've done it with the Vault Guy and Ann Hargraves, and this one here is Daisy's Discounts from Good Neighbor. And a little bit more of the interactive stuff. The beach chairs there are interactive. They're from Crimson Riders. The settlers will come over and sit on it. The busy settlers chemistry station, it's actually a scavenging station, but you get the animation of working on a chemistry bench and all of that. And then some rad chickens, that's from Better Stores. I've got 6 chickens running around, and each one of them provides 0.5 food, and then they stay close to the cage there that you build. And then also Better Stores adds this farmhouse, and you assign a settler to the farmhouse, and then you get different animations out of it. Sometimes they're on the ground working a crop, sometimes they've got a hoe and they're working the ground, and then most of the time they're holding this basket and it looks like they're feeding my chickens. So it really went in great. I loved it. And then the settler that's working out, and then the one that just sat down right there, those are from the USO mod, the new update that just dropped a while back, a little while ago. You can't assign them to anything, but each one of those two provide 3 food to the settlement. And they do count against your settler limit. But then, you know, you get them walking around interacting with stuff just to give more movement. And then I mentioned the symbiotic settlements before, and while I didn't use any of the buildings in this build, I did use this. This is a sewage plant that you can build, and then you can snap it's like sewage pipes. We'll go inside and I'll show you that. Back there in the corner you can see the pipes, and they snap right to the wall, and then it comes with a toilet and sink that snap right to the pipes, and it actually provides clean water for your settlement. Like, you can interact with the sink, you see the sink turn on, and you can drink clean water. It's a really cool mod. And it adds the mirror, and it also adds the bathtub. And it actually worked out because in the USO update, Andrew CX added this bathtub water. And then I used the Place Anywhere mod to place it in the tub like there's a bath waiting on you. And then I like sticking it over here, and then I put some windows up like you can relax in the tub and look out over the swamp. Have a relaxing soak in the tub there. I thought this worked out better than having just plain old outhouses for the settlement. And then this is my water purifier. I think this is from the settlement objects expansion pack. That actually adds 30 water for your settlement, and it's a lot quieter. I mean, the gurgling sound is from the sewage plant behind me, but it's not loud like the normal water purifiers. So this is my new Murkwater construction site. I tried to make it not look like a construction site at all.
Easy living this city.
But I'm really, really happy with the way this came out. It came out better than I could have hoped. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button. I appreciate that so much. And if you got any questions or comments, leave me a comment. Always happy to answer questions or, you know, read feedback or anything. Then I think I might go over to the castle next. I've kind of started building over there a little bit. I did have someone comment on an older video of mine, the armory build that I built in Sanctuary, which was like a personal armory. It was like all of the legendary weapons and special outfits that I had collected through the game for my character. And it was a place where I had them all on display, and he asked for a video on how I built that. Now, originally I'd built that with the concrete walls, so I think if I do it again, I'll do it differently. I'll make the building a lot better than it was. But I might do another armory coming up pretty soon. Or if there's anything else that you guys would like to see, you know, you can't figure out what to do in any settlement or anything like that, just let me know. I'll try to get to it. But as always, guys, have a good one. Thanks for watching.